everybody, I'm Dara Connolly. In this video, I want to help you to learn how to know if your child is a bully. Really important question for parents, and most parents have no clue when their kid is the bully. They just can't believe it. They're horrified. They're shocked. Not my kid, no. Well, somebody has to be doing all this bullying. Stay calm. I'm going to go through some signs. If this applies to you, please stay calm. Doesn't mean it's your fault. Doesn't mean you messed up as a parent. There is hope, and you can help them. You'll be okay. It just needs you to, and the fact that you're watching this video is a good sign because you're curious about it. So how do you know if your child is a bully? Here's some questions to ask yourself about your child. And this, when I say child, this could be your 25-year-old or 45-year-old or whoever. Bullying happens at all ages, across all backgrounds, every socioeconomic platform, you name it. Let's say, these are the signs parents most often miss. And by the way, if you don't know who I am, I should introduce myself. I'm Dara Connolly. I'm America's Bully Buster. What does that mean? I go around doing speaking engagements and workshops and one-on-one coaching to help prevent bullies, abusers, and predators from selecting you. And I'm really passionate about this work. I mostly work with women, but I'll do one-on-one coaching with anyone who, just to prevent this, because I've been doing this for many years. My work is endorsed by police, therapists, and counselors, and I am very passionate about it. And so if this sounds like some areas where you need some help, please reach out to me by the end of this video, and I will be here for you. Do you notice that your child gets aggressive or angered very easily? Are they impulsive? Pay attention and make notes of these signs. And again, if they have one sign, maybe not a big deal. Two signs, okay. But you start noticing a trend, then your child may be the bully. And again, don't panic. Let's just get the information first. Do they enjoy violence? And this could be in video games, in music, videos, movies they watch. Are they obsessed with violence? And I see kids like this, that they're just so obsessed with guns and blood and gore. Now, I know you think, oh, that's boys being boys, but not all boys are like that. Hardcore video games that really show demeaning to women, derogatory behavior. If you're noticing a trend here that they're really into this, that speaks to them, that's not good. Number one, you're starting to change the way they see reality, the same way that porn isn't healthy, people, but that's a whole nother one. I'll make a video on that. You're changing what they think is real, and the more you subject yourself to violence and abuse, whether it's in a video game or movie or whatever, you're desensitizing yourself to it. So you think this is normal behavior, and then they go off into the world and bully other people. If we don't catch the bullies now, they grow up into be bully adults who we all know, and we don't need those. If you are a parent and your child has a phone or an app or a computer, you need to be monitoring what they're looking at. And if you're not taking responsibility as a parent. Please, you need to check in, control what they're looking at. If they're really young, you should be setting parameters and find out what they're looking at. And if you see something that's inappropriate that they've exposed themselves to, have a conversation. Let them know, you shouldn't be looking at that site. That is for adults. That is not healthy. Be an involved parent, please. Does your child get into physical fights a lot? Verbal fights. Do they just like to fight? Look, I come from an Italian family where that's how we talk. Everybody's loud, hands up. And I would say, oh my God, stop shouting, stop yelling, stop fighting. And they would say, we just talk this way. We're not fighting. Oh, okay. Most people don't talk like that though. People who are obsessed with fighting, what do you think happens if your child is really engages and loves fighting? What do you think happens when they go to school? They're on a play date or they're at a party. They're going to take those same characteristics with them. They could be bullying other kids. Again, it doesn't mean it's your fault, but if you are creating a home that has this hostility and you all shout at each other, you're raising your child to do this. And if you want your child to be successful, you want them to go far in life and make good friends and make a lot of money and have great relationships and be successful, and by success I mean happy, You want to give them skills of how to talk to people. And that is not through shouting, arguing, yelling, or controlling people. Do they hang out with friends who bully others? If your kid's friends are the bullies, then probably your kid is a bully. Let's just say we can go there. You attract what you're most like. So pay attention. If your kids have phenomenal friends and they're all really kind and supportive and sensitive to each other, you're doing a great job, and keep it up. Whatever it is you're doing, keep it up. Do you notice a pattern where they're getting increasingly more aggressive? This could be with their siblings, with you. Are you noticing the aggression start to come out? Their anger is starting to escalate a little too quickly. If so, they're not able to manage their anger and their hostility. And we all get angry. That is totally normal. But somebody who starts to escalate too quickly and go from I'm okay, normal, reactive zone to crazy, upset, bully zone too quickly and too often is not developing healthy patterns. And there's ways to facilitate that. Get them involved in a boxing class, or take them running, or give them some good music to jam out to. Let them get their aggression out in a healthy way, so they're not taking it out on their sibling or screaming at you, mom, and you're trying to make dinner, and you do not deserve to be abused by your children, and believe it or not, a lot of people are. Do you get phone calls that your kid is sent to the principal's office often, or detention frequently? If so, there may be a chance that they are getting in trouble for bullying. You need to find out what's happening. Are they obsessed with guns? We talked about violence, gun ownership. They want to own weapons. And especially if you hear them say, I need a gun so people will respect me or get others to listen to me. Using weapons as a form of threats or controlling others is not healthy. And with this society and all the shootings going on, you should be paying attention if you have a child that's headed down that path, and intervene. Guns are not to be used lightly. They're not toys for children to play with in any way. Get involved and do not let that happen. Do you have a child who's obsessed with rule breaking? Are they a rebel? Hey, it's okay to raise strong-willed kids. The strong-willed child does better in life in the long run. They have less likelihood to go down a path of doing drugs or following peer pressure. But are they really obsessed with breaking the rules, disobeying authority, vandalism, going against the grain, when antisocial, they starting to isolate themselves, not a part of a group, lonery, they start to disrespect others? You notice, or disrespect other people's property. Those are all habits that are not healthy and start to create the framework of a bully. Because if you don't respect other people's stuff, you don't respect the person. And with that, could mean they're coming home from school with stuff, unexplained extra stuff, or belongings, or expensive things. So you think, where did you get that from? Oh, my friend gave it to me. And then they come home the next day with a new speaker, or an extra case for their iPhone, or extra money. And you're thinking, how are you accumulating all these things? And the excuses are kind of lame. Pay attention. Your child may be taking it from another child. And yes, that means your child is a bully. Because if it's repeated behavior with a power imbalance, that is a bully. Again, do not freak out. There is hope. You have to have a conversation with them about what respectful friendships and relationships look like. Model that with them. Do not come down authoritatively yelling at them and disciplining them too hard, because then you would be bullying them. Find the common ground of how you can talk to them. Well, so-and-so gave me $10. Why would they give you $10? Well, I told him if he couldn't run faster than me, he owes me $10, and then he wouldn't give it to me, so I just took it from him. Well, do you think that's respectful? Teach them compassion. How do you think that felt when you took that money from that boy? Compassion, empathy helps kids who are bullies. And the sooner you can start teaching that, the easier that job will be for you as a parent. And then you can rest assured you raised a healthy, well-mannered, successful child who will grow up into a healthy, well-mannered, successful adult. I'm Dara Connolly. If this has been helpful to you, please click the subscribe button, check out my other channels, or feel free to reach out at any time if you want one-on-one coaching to prevent bullies, abusers, and predators from selecting you, or come visit me at a workshop near you. Until then, be empowered.